So last week I was in Saratoga Springs, New York, and also Rhinebeck, New York. Everyone that's watching this that's either from New York or ever heard of New York is probably like, where the hell are those two places? These are upstate New York, like above Albany. And when I went there, it was so peaceful. So I'm about to head. I'm on my way to Walmart after I just got off work. I need to get an oil change, and a man needs some more deodorant. I need some more deodorant, bro. I kept using it until the wheels fall off, like literally. You know when you use the deodorant and it's that last little swipe and it falls out the container? That's what happened. So, give me 1 second. No, 1 second. Let me hold up. I'm about to get this live on my YouTube. Well, not YouTube, sorry. On my Instagram. And, yeah. 1 second, y'all, 1 second. If you're here watching this, please like the video. Liking the video is literally free. It's free. So if you're watching this video, please like it. It's literally free. It don't cost you a thing. uh, 1 second, guys. 1 second. Be patient with me. Be patient with me. Link. Where does it say link? There we go. Boom, bam. All right. So today has been a very good day. Today is Thursday, which is also Jupiter Day. And today I watched a wonderful video by my homie, my broski, Q Reeves. The man is a goddamn, man. King Von is crazy. Thank you to everyone that's in the live. So, the title of this live is called Gain Wealth by the Standards of Your Own Life. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jared Cinco. What I do for a living is consistently find ways to elevate my energy, my frequency, my light. Every day I tend to understand more of what my darkness is. And my goal with every live is to make sure that I can show others what it means to elevate in all aspects of self. How do you elevate in all aspects of self? Well, if you are in a low vibration, meaning you're feeling emotions that are angry, shame, guilt, all of those things, you can elevate yourself in these emotions by, number one, accepting these emotions, and number two, getting to the roots of these emotions. And when you understand the power of acceptance, understand the root, and then you then detach yourselves from these emotions and be the observer, you can now elevate your awareness and consciousness from what you are understanding, which is your own emotions and everything. Thank you to the 27 people that are in this live right now. I appreciate it. I thank you. If you are here, please like the video. Please like the video. Is the car manual or automatic? It is actually manual, but earlier today I was literally thinking, like, I know I am a very, very abundant being, person, human, man. I would like to actually turn this automatic car into a manual. I would actually do that. Like, this is going to be my project car. And if you're wondering what type of car I'm driving, it's a Mazda. And I love this car, I ain't gonna lie. So, oof. I was just explaining to you what it means to elevate even when you're in low vibrations and low emotions. Now I'm going to tell you how you can elevate when you are in high emotions and high vibrations. You elevate when you are in high emotions and high vibrations by simply accepting the fact that you are not above anybody. You are not above anyone that you come in contact with. The fact that you meet someone eye to eye and you're meeting people while on land. You are not talking to somebody while elevated on a tree and looking down upon someone. You are not standing on a mountain and talking to someone that is on the surface level of that mountain. No, we are all on the same plane of existence with different frequencies that we are living on. And because we are living on different frequencies, that simply means that you should embrace those who you connect with, regardless of what frequency they are, because you embracing them and accepting them for who they are means you are elevating the frequency, which is also elevating the exact realm of consciousness that you are on. Okay? So, if you are in the live, please like the video, like the live. This is gonna get into a very deep conversation. I may only be on for like 30-40 minutes. So if you're here for this 30-40 minutes, I appreciate you. I love you. And yes, sir. So today I recognize that it's been raining in Atlanta for like the past week and a half. Even when I was in New York, it was raining. And while it was raining and drizzling a little bit today, I noticed how low the clouds were. So if you was to put it into perspective, I can even show you. That pole right there is only about 40 feet in the sky. 40 feet. The clouds I was looking at, bro, I'm like, bro, there's no way those clouds are over 300 feet in the sky. So, because I noticed that these clouds are literally lower than usual, that means that anytime there's a high activity in the clouds, that means that these clouds are kind of, they're shielding something that is above. And for those who are leaving this live, it's whatever. Those who are supposed to be here will be here. If you here just because I look good or you know me or whatever, I embrace you and I love you. But if you're here just to hear someone talk about bullshit or connect with all the random things that does not matter when it comes to elevating the frequency of people on this planet, I'm fine with you leaving, because I care about raising the energy of the planet more than appeasing a handful of people. So let me continue. Elements are tools that certain energies use to shield themselves so that they can simply be manifested into this frequency. And when I was thinking about that earlier, I was like, damn, what air element, or who is utilizing the air element to do these things so they can be put onto the realm? And I noticed that if you look at the clouds and you think of a certain like shape or animal or whatever, there is a being that is using that shape or animal to connect with you so you can understand it. And that was just something to think about. And then, let me go back. And then that had let me like think of something, because when I was in Florida, I'm here because you appeared on my recommendation. I found it a great opportunity to make fun of someone. And that's cool. You can make fun of me all you want. As long as I make you laugh, I don't care. Because a smile is a chemical reaction. If I make you smile, hey, that means I'm changing you. I make myself smile all the time. I be changing myself. So thank you. So to continue, anyway, do y'all know what it's like when you like high off life? is one of the most divine and loving experience ever. What is being high off life? Well, if we're talking about no outside substances, high off life is literally you are enjoying the moment so much that high emotions naturally happen. So what is that? You start laughing, you start smiling, shit. You could be even high off life so much that you get the munchies. Like, no cap. You could get the munchies being high off life. It's so cool. It's actually super cool. Yeah. All right, anywho, those two topics were just to get myself, you know what I'm saying, prepared to talk about what the topic of discussion is. What country do you live in? I live in the United States of America. And America is going through some major changes right now. And the best way the people of America can embrace, or shall I say, prepare and influence a greater change in this world is by simply being the change. I'm seeing 555 right in front of me. You have to be the change that you want to see. You cannot expect to influence a greater reality in your life if you're not doing it even when you're alone. Which is what is a part of the topic of discussion today, which is gaining wealth by the standards of your own life. So a lot of people in this world are gaining success and wealth. I would say, let me be specific. When I say a lot, I mean like 65% of people are gaining wealth and success out of someone else's ideals and someone else's observation. So for instance, there are people who go and stream like Kai Cenat and all these other people, and when they stream, there are people who are on TikTok who literally just takes the clips of their stream, put it on TikTok next to a clip, and make money off of that. Now, in my opinion, that is literally taking someone else's light and their standards and putting it on another platform, so the person who's doing why would you call me? Why would you call me? And I'm online. Okay. A lot of stuff just happened in the last 2 minutes. My phone was almost overheating. And then on top of that, my friend called me saying he needs a favor. Right now, the only favor that I can give is my ear, which is listening, and food for thought, which is words that makes you think. So to continue what I was saying, there are 65% of people in this world who is making money based off other people's standards and other people's creativity. Those who are making finances, making money based on their own standards, their own ideologies, there's two types of people who's doing that. I like to use the heads and tails idea because it just makes it simple. So heads will be those who use their creativity and those who uses their logical ways of thinking. Now let's scratch that. Those who use logical thinking and expanding their mind. There's those type of people that make money by thinking logically and expanding their mind. And those from a tails perspective is being creative and connecting with people. All right. Now, in both paradigms, there are different points. Like for instance, I'll give you two for each. Two types of people that use their head, which is thinking more and being a little bit more logical, like it makes common sense type of people, those are people who uses businesses, and these are also people that work jobs. So working a 9-to-5 and or having a business. Now, the tails perspective are people who use their creativity. So music or dance or whatever that expresses you authentically to the world. That is one way. And the other way is connecting with people or interacting with people to make money, which is also connecting with others. All right. I've came to the conclusion the only way someone can really be in a position to gain the wealth that really matches who they are is by doing it by the standards of their own light. Now, how do you understand the standards of your own light? Well, let's slow it down. Your light is your spirit and your soul. What makes your spirit get excited? What makes your soul feel fulfilled? What makes you feel free to be yourself? These things, and you can answer those questions yourself, these ideas, when you have an answer to those questions I just said, you then have an understanding of what you desire. And when you have what you desire, you have standards for each desire. An example, I have a standard of building wealth with my music, my YouTube, and my creativity, right? I have to have a certain standard that matches all of these. That's very interesting. Damn. I have to make a standard that matches all three of those different aspects of self. And this standard has to be balanced and also righteous to where if I'm living by this standard, it is not hurting no one else. And it is not causing friction, which makes me forget who I am. Friction can cause you to forget who you are, because it's like, for those who've gotten into a fight, if you are a peaceful person and you always care about making the vibe kind of good and you don't try to bring negative energy anywhere, you tend to not really try to fight other people. The live is buffering. Hold up. Let me check the live right quick. You don't try to bring negative energy anywhere, you tend to not really try to fight other people. Okay. I feel like we're good. We're good. Anywho, when you are on a high vibration, or even when you're on a low vibration, doing something that causes friction kind of changes who you are. And in a sense, if you change to another aspect of you that you're not used to or you're not familiar with, it kind of makes you lose sight of who you are when you are in alignment or when you are together. All right. Thank you, Sherry. Or Cherie, my bad. I be forgetting how to say my bad. Anywho, to continue, when you are in a position where your light is allowing you to be yourself, you will start to experience abundancy in levels that you've never experienced it before. And it'll be frightening almost. It'll be like, where this come from? It'll be shocking. But guess what? When you work with your light, aka the sun, or your solar plexus, when you build your willingness to do things that match with your spirit and soul, you tend to get into alignment with things that has been waiting for you. I hope that makes sense. Let me move on to the next point I had. You don't know someone unless you witness their highs and lows. You don't know someone unless you've witnessed their highs and lows. Why do I say that? It's because of this idea. When you witness someone at their highest, you see if they're either humble, you see if they're either egotistical. I could say materialistic, but we all are materialistic. We can say we're not, but guess what? You use materials every day. So we're all inherently materialistic. It's just about, are we going to let these materials define who we are? So I tend to, I have a few close friends, but the one close friend I've had for like the past 5-6 years, I've seen him at his highest and I'm seeing him at his lowest. When you see somebody in these two paradigms at their North Pole and their South Pole, you get to see how they react in the different polarities of themselves. Kind of like you see them in their yin or their winning aspect of themselves, which also can be, if you flip it, you can see someone when they're sinning, or you can see someone when they're in their yang position, which is also when they're acting like they with the gang, or acting, you see how they act around other people. Does that make sense? So when you see someone and you feel like, and you get that instant connection, like, damn, I feel like I've met you before, I feel like we've known each other for a while or something, that's a connection from a past life. And or there's a spirit inside of you that is connected with their spiritual alignment, and something inside of you recognizes it's something inside of them, and they're kind of reconnecting again. And this reconnection is like two different light sources that come into the same room and spark each other. That's interesting as fuck. Not even gonna lie. That's super interesting. On to the next point, and we're 22 minutes in, it's good. Be the energy you want to receive. I feel like everyone has tapped into manifestations, the law of correspondence, the law of rhythm, all these different things. But I'm gonna slow all of that down to this one simple idea. Be the energy you want to receive. And that's simply as, if you're going through an emotional time right now, be the person that you wish you had, that you can talk to for your emotional turmoil. If you could be it for yourself, it makes it so much more easier for when you can be it for someone else. Because no one likes you, no one knows you more than you. And that even includes the spirits and souls and gods and goddesses inside of you. So when I say, be the energy you want to receive, you have to be your superhero. Because if not, you're going to be your own supervillain, stopping yourself from saving the world, or the world inside of you. You see, we are the embodiments of what the universe is. We may be in a smaller form or human form, but inherently, because there are so many different humans in the world, that simply means that the universe decided to split itself so much to have so many different variations of itself that it can express the authenticity of what it means to be. To simply be. Because being yourself has been such a projected thing onto the planet that some people don't even understand what being yourself is. Some people don't. Like, for instance, since I was a kid, I was never the type to stay mad. Wow, greetings from Russia. That's beautiful. People in Russia talking. Well, part of the live. I'm gonna park right here for a second until I get my oil changed. I'm gonna go over there in the next 10 minutes. But I need to finish what I'm saying because this is very important. So listen. That wind feel good as hell. My AC was tripping for the last 5 minutes. I'm like, yo, we need to get some air. Ooh, boy, I ain't gonna cap. I'm manifesting a lot of money right now. And the funny thing is, when you're manifesting something big, you have to first go through what it means to not have it. If you want to be wealthy, you got to know what it's like to be broke. It's so real. When is my birthday? My birthday is November 15th, 2000. November 15th, 2000. That is Scorpio. My moon sign is Cancer, and that's all I'm gonna give. My moon sign is Cancer. And I want y'all to understand, like, before I continue with what I was gonna speak on before I parked the car, the moon, the sun, and Saturn are the energies that depict our matrix. The moon is the father. No, whoa, my bad. The moon is the mother, emotions, waves of the ocean. The moon also depicts the cycles of women. So that's mother energy, feminine energy. Saturn is father energy. Father wants you to sit your ass down and turn into a worker, or turn into an entrepreneur, or turn into a driver, or turn into a welder, whatever. And then the sun, and the sun is a representation of action. Hey bro, the munchies when you be fasting be so true after the, man, what? Like I was just saying earlier, there is a high possibility when you are high on life, you will have high off life ass munchies where you don't want like no regular chips or Burger King or McDonald's or bullshit. No, you are eager to get some fruit. You eager to get a salad. You eager to have a smoothie. You eager to have some tea. High off life means you want higher things that makes you enjoy life more. So that is fruit, herbs, natural remedies, sea moss, all of those things that are natural. You gonna want that more simply because you high off life. So when I had parked in this position to get the shade so my phone wouldn't overheat, and so I could continue to give the live, the energy that I really wanted to give. Being the energy you want to receive comes from the origin of self. And I'm not trying to go too deep as far as the soulful level, but if you was to think about your lifespan from the age of 5 to 12, what is the one characteristic that you feel like you had from 5 to 12 years old? Hey bro, can you, about your desegregated? Oh, I got you, 1 second. So from the last thing I said was, from the age from 5 to 12, the one characteristic I always had was that no matter how mad, no matter how irritated, no matter how low I got, it was like my soul couldn't stay there. It's like my anger or my level of just being pissed only would last about an hour. And to even be more realistic, the largest it'll last, a day, a full day. And when I say a full day, I mean like less than 5 hours. Less than 5 hours. That is when my soul would be like, all right, we felt this, it's time to move on. And because of that ideology, because of that aspect of self that I continue to stay with, I recognize since a kid, I was living in the vibration of elevation. Because regardless of what I felt, regardless of what I went through, I desired to elevate past that emotion. And even if I was at a high vibration, I wanted to give it to everyone else so we all can elevate. It's like the context of basketball. If we go into 15 and I have 8 points and I'm hot, bro, I'm gonna draw all the defense to me and let the rest of my team score the rest. Because yeah, I could score the whole 15, but it feels even better that my whole team got involved instead of me just scoring all the points. I saw a video where Lonzo Ball was in an interview and he had said it was a 5-on-5 where it was like Lonzo's 5 on the Lakers team, scrimmage, whatever, and LeBron's 5. LeBron scored all 21 points. Now, that's some gold-ass shit, not even gonna cap. But in my opinion, if you're gonna score 21 points at practice, my boy, I need you to score 30 points in the fourth quarter. I don't care if you went only 3 for 7 in the first 3 quarters. If you the star of this team, I need you to drop 30 in the fourth quarter. That's equivalent to dropping a whole 21 points for the game winner. Now, my boy Andrew Rose said, can you talk about the desexualization of your mind when you are in that natural high state? That's a beautiful question. And it's funny because as a Scorpio, sexual energy is very high within, all water signs, not even just Scorpios, all water signs. Simply because the motion in the ocean, sexual energy has to do with liquids more than any other chakra, because the energy that is in a sexual environment can literally produce life. And when you are in that natural high state, you're not looking to sexualize your reality. That natural high state, you search for clarity, calmness, unconditional love, and unity. You search for that every time you are in that natural high state. And it's not even, I wouldn't even say you search for it. You become it. You become this natural, unconditional loving, calm, explorative energy when you are on this natural high state. And when you become that, your aura radiates it. And when your aura radiates that energy, people can sense it. People can feel it. And you have, energy vampires that want to cipher off of it. And guess what? Even energy vampires got to give something back to you when they cipher off your energy. I've experienced it. And I'm sure you have too. So let me get to the next point. Once again, the title of this video is Gain Wealth by the Standards of Your Own Light. Influence a new identity. Sorry, slow down, my bad. Ooh, almost fucked it up. Wow. All right, influence a new reality. Don't let Satan influence it for you. So, Saturn, which I just spoke on literally a moment ago about the Saturn, Sun, and Moon connection, which influences the Earth's reality. Saturn itself is a binary system that used to take place with the sun. What do I mean by that? Saturn was once considered a sun along with our sun. And because of how this planet's existence has evolved and changed so much, Saturn became its own entity. And it's like the sibling of our sun separated from its counterpart. And because it's separated from its counterpart, it experienced a level of forgetfulness. So here's an example. If you've been living with your family for all your life and you decide to move away from your family, let's say for 2 years, and you will start to notice the things that you want to let go and change within that first 6 to 8 months when you're away from your family. And depending on your awareness, you may even do it faster than that. I experienced it when I went to Florida in 4 months. And I say this because Satan is an entity that connects with Saturn. Now, Satan is in everyone, just like how God is in everyone, just like how Jesus is in everyone. Now, when I say the word God, I'm speaking on the universe. I want that to be known. When I say God, I'm speaking on the universe. When I say Jesus, I'm speaking on that man that walked upon this earth and done things that caused people to change their perspective on who they should believe in or what they should believe in. Now, what if I was to tell you, if you put your awareness to the light of Jesus Christ, you will end up going to the body of Jesus Christ in the afterlife. Now, all Christians abide by this understanding. But what if I was to tell you, you go to the version of Jesus Christ that is in a position that everyone knows him in? What position is that? The position that Jesus Christ is always in, he is depicted on a cross, nailed to a cross. If you decide to gain wealth by the standards of a being who was nailed to a cross, you will then go to the body of a being that is nailed to a cross. Now, from my personal understanding, I feel like energy is never created nor destroyed. It is transferred and transformed. So if you decide to think about like, damn, I don't want to leave this body and go to a body that's just stuck on a wooden pallet that is hanging for I don't know how many years, then that means you have the power to be those droplets of blood that falls into the planet and become an element, and or animal, and or insect. So here's something I really want y'all to understand. When you embrace your light, you start to recognize the falsehood of other lights. And when I say falsehood, I'm not saying like these other lights are negative or not right. What I'm saying is falsehood from a subjective perspective means it isn't going to work for me. I can't do that. From an objective perspective is that doesn't look like something that people should be doing. Let me repeat that. Objective is saying that doesn't look right for something for people to tap into. Subjective is I don't like that idea, so I'm not going to be in alignment with it. Someone asked, do I go to church? The body is the temple. Church is the communion of people or energies to speak upon what they've experienced and how it relates to a book. So do I go to church in those contexts? No. But what I do is understand my temple and use my temple to understand other people's, I use my temple to understand how reality responds to how my temple reacts and how it projects itself. I wanted to say proactive, but projective just felt better. And that's something that we need to understand more as people. And when I say we, I'm even saying self. Being proactive means you choose the best outcome of what you're going through. You take a moment to observe what's happening and choose which best aligns with you. Reacting means something happens to you and you act quick without thinking about it, without any of that. I thank you, Lorraine, for asking these questions. Thank you for being part of this moment. I do not drink any alcohol. I don't even smoke weed. And I used to be a heavy weed smoker. But I decided to stop because it wasn't assisting my light from gaining the wealth that I desire. And that's the thing. When you are deciding to gain the wealth that you desire, certain old actions, you're going to be like, this ain't for me no more. This is stopping me from obtaining a greater understanding of my own light. Certain things, not even certain things, life comes in waves, and so does actions, and so does habits. I'm going to end it off with this. If we are born into sin, why not understand if we're born into sin? I didn't know you had a, no, I said, oh, that's dope. I create birth chart reports for people. That's dope. I'm gonna actually ask you for it. Thank you, Sheree. So I'm gonna end the live off with this because we're almost at the 45-minute mark. We just hit 44, and my license plate has 44 on it. That's lit. If we are born into sin, why do we get so angry about sinful acts? Why do we run to a being that walked on water for our sinful acts if we were born into it? That's like saying for everything, are we good? That's like saying for everything I go through, I'm not gonna take accountability for it. I'm gonna run to someone else for my accountability. The problem with a lot of humans and certain consciousnesses on our planet is that we have everything we need, but we don't embrace that we have everything. One of my affirmations is I have everything I need to gain everything I desire. I'm gonna say that one more time. I have everything I need to gain everything I desire. That affirmation itself It's so powerful because you recognize that, damn, I don't really need all this extra shit. The more I decide to live by my standards and live life by the rules that I govern for myself, the more I treat others how I want to be treated, that lets me obtain more of what I desire instead of chasing it. I was talking to my boy Jair when we was in New York. And when we was talking, I was saying to him, and we came into agreement with this. It's so many ways you can make money online. Like it's mind-boggling how many ways you can make money online. But there's no amount of money in this world that can fill the hole that is inside of you. Everything that is in space is also inside of you. So black holes, planets, suns, galaxies, stars, all of these are inside of you. And guess what part of you needs to be filled to the max, or not even say to the max, that needs to be attended to, and that is your black hole, the version of you that sucks everything in, and you choosing what you want to do with it. If you just sucking in dollars upon dollars, that's the only thing that you're gonna only want to chase. And guess what? When you chase something, it's further getting away from you. It's better to work toward it. Verbiage and the things that we say matter because that depicts how the universe will respond to our actions. I'm gonna leave it off with that. I'm gonna get my oil change, get some deodorant, cause a nigga, I was working. Hold up. Hold up. One second. Well, life is lifing right now, but guess what I'm gonna do? Figure it out. Hey man, it's all about how you respond to things, and we'll be straight. No matter what happens in your life, know that it is happening for you, not against you. This is a simple representation of that. My car is not starting. You don't see me here like, oh shit, what the fuck? Damn. No, I'm sitting here like, look, I'm gonna figure it out. I have Walmart right here. No cap. Walmart is right here. I'm gonna be straight. I'm happy that I'm where I need to be to make sure I can still move. And I want you to understand, regardless of what you're going through in your life, like I said in the beginning of this video, my purpose with everything I do is to let you know that you can elevate through anything in life. Why and how? Because you were gifted with life, and you were also gifted with the willpower to make things happen. So I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for all those who are watching this. Thank you for all those who came into the live, that commented. Thank you to everyone who's liked this video. Love you. Peace.